Today's interview on the Wildcats Network is only possible through the support of Team Steve Lamani at Realty One Group. Team Steve Lamani at Realty One Group offers unparalleled knowledge of the Westmoreland real estate market. Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned seller, Steve Lamani at Realty One Group is here to guide you every step of the way. Give the team a call at 724-972-1543 or via email at steve@teamlamani.com. Thank you, Steve Lamani, for your generous support of the Wildcats Network.
Hello, folks. Thank you for joining us here on the Wildcats Network. Tristen Borland here with everybody. Richard, a little out today. The king had things to do in his kingdom, so he's not here for the interview, but we are joined by somebody who everybody knows, somebody who wears many hats at Greater Latrobe School District. You may know her more as the varsity head coach for the girls' varsity basketball team, Coach Mackenzie Livingston. But Coach Livingston, you are wearing more hats than just that lately, aren't you?
Yes, I sure am, that's for sure.
For those who don't know, Coach Livingston has been involved in women's flag football for many years, so congratulate you on your accomplishment of bringing this sport to Greater Latrobe High School. I think it's a huge thing for even the most niche athletics or even events that one can do, to have that brought to the school and have it available for all the students who want to participate in it. It's really big. Who would you credit at Greater Latrobe High School for making this team a reality?
Yeah, so there's a lot of people that, you know, I have to give hats off credit to. Our new athletic director, he's been wonderful in helping, you know, me get this process started and going. Our student council, you know, since it's a club right now, they really helped get the process moving fairly quick. And the school board was phenomenal with it. And then my athletes, I brought, you know, attention to it, but I didn't know I was going to get that much. So, you know, I just got to thank the girls, team, everybody. You know, it was a team effort to get the process moving fairly quick because, of course, I decided to do it right after basketball season. So it wasn't like a long process. I had to do it within a few weeks. But, you know, everybody made it a smooth process for me. And, you know, hats off to them for making it a reality.
So for those who don't know, to say that Coach Livingston knows a thing or two about women's flag football would be the understatement of the year. Coach Livingston is an all-star wide receiver and safety for the Indiana PIAA Women's League and was also coach for the girls flag football team. Coach, all impressive resumes, even yours, have to start somewhere. So tell me, what initially pulled you into the world of women's flag football and what drove you to become so incredibly involved in the newest sanctioned sport for the PIAA?
So just like any school district, my high school had those powder puff games growing up. So I was always very involved in those games, loved them. And then actually when the Indiana Women's Flag Football League started, one of the football coaches at Blairsville was very involved with it. So they reached out and mentioned it to me. So I've been playing there for over 5 years. Been very involved every week in the summer. I'm constantly playing or traveling for it in the travel leagues. And then I know the Jeanette head football coach. So he knows I was involved with that league. So he reached out and got me coaching Jeanette's flag team last year. I love the experience, you know, and just what the league brought. So then, you know, of course, I mentioned it to my basketball players, and they knew I was coaching over there. So then that kind of made, you know, this all possible.
I've been asked to keep anonymity, but I think it's always awesome whenever you talk about coaches, you talk about their pro comparisons.
Yeah.
I asked around, and I was told as a receiver, you're a lot like Steve Smith Sr. whenever he was in day. And then your safety comparison was Ed Reed, a ball hawk in the secondary. Would you agree with those?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I will. Yeah, I can't fault those. I'll take those.
Back to the girls' flag football team. It's not just Greater Latrobe High School. The WPIAL and the PIAA have been working hard to make girls' flag football a reality for a couple years now, actually. And the NFL and a lot of other big companies are directly involved with it here at Greater Latrobe. The Steelers providing funding and overall structure for the league, and athletic equipment provided by the athletic equipment juggernaut known as Nike, providing the team's gear and funding as well. Coach, for you as somebody who's so passionate about the sport, how awesome it's to see such big groups get so involved.
It's unbelievable. I mean, even how they prep us coaches, we get to go down, we tour all the Steelers facilities. The Steelers organization puts us through drills as coaches. We get to speak to their staff, their trainers. Just going through those professional drills is already like unbelievable. Nike sponsoring us, giving us, beautiful jerseys and shorts. That's just crazy. And then the Steelers, they give us all 3 different colored flags. They give us equipment, they give us balls, they give us ladders, they give us just many different things that we can use at practice. It's just phenomenal what they do.
Now, if you told young Mackenzie Livingston that would be a reality, that such big organizations would be so involved with this, would she have believed you?
No, not at all. No, I mean, it's, back when I was in high school, I hoped, but I never thought this would become a reality like it is for our female athletes. And it's amazing. The Steelers do, I'm a Raiders fan, but the Steelers do a phenomenal job. And I'm slowly starting to root for them a little bit more just because of this. But no, it's just unreal.
So at the time of this interview, the Lay Wildcats are 4-0 and are, from my research, arguably one of the top teams in the WPIAL, with victories over powerhouses such as Gateway. You beat them 20-12, and Woodland Hills defeating them 20-12. What do you credit this level of success to? I mean, in your fledgling year, you're just absolutely tanking these huge teams that are so prestigious.
We're already exceeding my expectations. However, I went into this year with a lot of, I've seen these girls play in our Turkey Bowl games. And after coaching Jeanette last year and seeing the league, I knew our potential going into the season. I knew what these girls could be capable of. And we're playing teams that have already played in this league for 3 or 4 years. The level that we're playing at already is exceptional. These girls are going in, with very little experience or practice, and just destroying it. So I'm excited to see where we go.
So we had talked a little bit before the interview about your roster because I wasn't able to find it anywhere online.
Yeah.
I noticed that many of your stars are big multi-sport athletes. Your star quarterback, Natalia Sequeres, who is the leadoff batter for the varsity softball team. Your top receivers are also players who we know very well here on the Wildcats network, with standout basketball players Carly Burke and Maggie Myers, volleyball cornerstone Bria Vrilla, Juliana Bullabosh, who is another softball star.
Yep.
The flag football team's leading rusher on the ground is Lady Wildcats soccer sophomore forward Emerson Shine, who we covered so much during the fall. With all these athletes coming into the flag football team, I'm kind of reminded of a quote from varsity boys basketball head coach Brad Wetzel before their PIAA playoff game versus Exeter. I don't have 5 basketball players. I have 5 incredibly talented athletes who can play basketball well. Do you feel that you're kind of doing the same thing with the flag football team?
100%. And Coach Wetzel, he said that perfectly. 100%. It's just they all bring something to the table different from each other. And they're just gelling so well with one another in such a short amount of time. Emerson has never played with pretty much 90% of my roster. And so I have some other girls there that have never played with, these basketball players. So it's just phenomenal to see what they can do together.
Do you feel that some of the players already having chemistry in the sense of there's a push from the school to get more girls to join this? Have you spoke with any of the coaches on these other teams like, hey, we're doing this, we really like Emerson to come out and try it, or anything like that?
I think it helps that I'm a gym teacher here because I can do my recruiting during gym class, but no. Yeah, I got the word out. The girls, of course, my basketball team, they got the word out with these other girls, and that our gym, us gym teachers host the Turkey Bowl. So I think that got a lot of interest as well. But yeah, it's just nice to see the versatile and all the different sports come together.
There's so much interest in the team, not only from us here at the Wildcats Network, but so many other people who I've talked to as we move through our spring sports schedule. They're very interested in the team. They're interested in getting updates and kind of following the game days. Where would you say people can go to find more information on that?
So the Steelers actually have a Facebook, an Instagram, and a Twitter account called Steelers NFL Women's Flag. They can go on those websites. They constantly are posting scores, videos of the girls, They even do really nice interviews with them. And then some Steelers players are involved in those interviews, so it's really nice to see. And then I also have been trying to post in the community pages, trying to get it out in newspapers and stuff like that, just to spread awareness, especially for girls moving up, into ninth grade, or, youth that, want to be interested in playing this future, just to get it out that way.
And again, at the time of this recording, there are so many more games left to be played in your schedule.
Yes.
Are there any upcoming matchups that you think people should really circle on their calendars and really take notice of?
Yeah, so this weekend, we have my old team, Jeanette, and then we have Penn Hills, who is right behind us in the seedings. So that's going to be a really good one. We will be at Woodland Hills this weekend for those two games. And then the following game, we have McKeesport, who is also another top team in our section. So those will be some really big games coming forward for playoffs. So
I personally think that this flag football team is such an awesome thing to have for the school, no matter what the niche is, even in the esports and the arguments about that. I think it's so great for the school to give students whatever opportunity they can possibly get to kind of follow their passions. Some would say some of it's a little bit more obscure. As a coach, what would you say to those young people who would want to get more involved? Are there certain days for signups? Are there certain spots for signups? Are there certain people that they can talk to if they're interested in that?
What's nice is I know the Greensburg area hosts youth leagues, which females can sign up for. So at least there is leagues around where the youth can kind of see if they enjoy it. But for high school girls, next year it's obviously going to change. I'm not sure how that's going to look right now, just because it's a club sport, but then next year it's going to be an official sport. So I'm not sure how they're going to change it for next year. But as of right now, the games are only on Sundays. So if you're a multi-sport athlete, most girls can do this. That's what's nice. So I don't know if many girls know that. So spreading awareness about that. Like I have softball girls, track girls, AAU basketball players, AAU softball players, soccer players. So that's what's neat about this. It's not, I'm already in a spring sport, I can't do this. That's not the case. And I think that's a lot of misconception out there right now. You can do both. So I think spreading awareness about that right now is important. And if any girl, is interested in signing up, at least from Latrobe, to reach out to me. My email's, on the website. Feel free to always reach out to me if you have any questions. But next year it will change. So I'm not sure how that's going to look as of right now. As of right now, you can do more than one sport.
Very nice. Head coach Mackenzie Livingston, is always such a pleasure to talk with you. And the Wildcats Network wishes you and your girls flag football team the very best for the rest of this season.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate all your support.